Good evening, dear participants and the speakers of our social project Miracle in the Heart. We are pleased to welcome you here. And tonight we dedicated our interview with the doula Valerie Dupin from a suburb of Paris in France to the World Doula Week that started on the 22nd of March this year, 2016. I should say that Valerie is the mother of 2 children, a doula with the experience over 25 years, a co-chair and a mentor of the Association Doulas de France, a co-founder and a tutor of the Institut Doulas de France, a mentor of the European Doula Network. And she was a speaker of our online festival of natural childbirth in 2014. So, dear Valerie, you are very much welcomed to our project again. And could you please share with us those 3 key mistakes that doulas can make? I'm putting you on the main screen.
Okay. Thank you, and hello to everybody. Mistakes. It can be mistakes. I don't know if they're the 3 biggest, but they are the 3 main things that came up to my mind when I read your email, Svetla. First of all, around childbirth, I think one of the main mistakes that especially new doulas can make is to think that to be a doula at birth, you need to have a lot of techniques and tricks and things to do around the woman in labor. We don't. Those are there just in case. And it's better not to call upon all those little tricks, all those, and rather be there attuned to the mother giving birth, being there for her, being really listening to what her body language is saying, and encourage her to find her own way of coping with what's going through her. Sometimes she'll need a little help to be put back on the tracks and continue and go back into her own self and find the ways of coping with labor. And that's all we'll have to do, is just to get her back on tracks, maybe by touching her, massaging her back, touching and just being next to her, a few words, but not so much that we're going to distract her. To do too much at birth is going to affect the woman's perception of her own self-worth. If she sees that she's doing things and suggesting too many things, she's going to lose self-confidence. She's going to think that she's not doing things right, and eventually probably let all the people around her decide for her. We're more like a guarantee of her own self-expression, I would say, during birth. That's for number 1. I have to add as well that it is said that a doula should be as well sitting in the background and knitting. That might not be enough. I've heard of women that said that they had needed help and they wished that the doula had been a bit more involved. So it is a question of being really attuned of what she's saying physically and emotionally, and offering support, and then if it's not needed, moving back, and so on. So that was the first mistake. The second mistake, and that we do, and that's a lot of new as well doula think, is that they're going to have women that come to them that want a natural birth, and that's not the case. More and more women can call upon a doula not particularly to give birth without an epidural or naturally, but because they need a woman's support next to her in labor, next to them in labor. I realized that, you know, throughout the years that they're recognizing the support we can give them, a very precious help for them that they cannot get from their partner if they're a single mother, or even from the family, or from their mother or a sister, because it would be it's too much an intimate thing to give birth for them to do that in front of a member of the family. So they'll know that with us, they're going to have someone who's professional but emotionally there for them. I had as well call from women who wanted a doula because they were going to have a C-section, or because they wanted a C-section, and not for convenience, but for them because of past issues they had, because of the really bad abuse they might have had in the past. For them to give birth or to become a mother would only be possible maybe through a C-section, or at least with an epidural. So as a doula, you have to stay really open-minded and not have any expectation when a woman comes to you to get support for a birth. And the third one would be that very often as a doula, we think that we're there for women and for the woman labor, for postnatal, for the woman, always for the woman. But sometimes we're going to be there mainly for the dad or for the partner of the woman. Again, labor, men, even if they're prepared and even if they've read a lot about birth and they know the birth plan and they know the wishes of the partner, they find that they are in a surrounding that can be frightening for them. Frightening because to see the woman that they love going through something very difficult from the outside, I mean, it is difficult inside as well, but for them it looks worse. They probably find it difficult to cope with it, and to have someone there for them as well, who's there to listen to their emotion, to give them a break, to give them the freedom of coming or going as they wish during the birth, knowing that the woman is going to be supported by the doula, going to help them to become as well a father, and not to be pushed into being there at time when it's too much for them, where they feel that it's not appropriate for them to be there because it affects their feelings as a man. And I'm thinking especially when women have internal examination and things like that, and the fact that a man being a witness to that can be very difficult for him. So for some men to be able to come and go as they wish, help them to really be present when they want to be present next to the woman in labor, then it's because they can feel that they feel comfortable with that position, and emotionally they can cope with it. Voila, that's what I wanted to share with you. I hope it's going to give you some
Thank you so much, Valerie. Thank you for expressing not only the mistakes, but the tips, the recommendations, how the doulas can cope with them to prevent them. And you're a very experienced doula. In fact, Valerie, 25 years, more than 25 years of experience. So could you please give us your colleagues, doulas in the post-Soviet area, your parting words, your wishes, because everything that goes from your heart now within the World Doula Week, I think it should be come true, because it's a very, very intensive period of time that doulas can gather together, I don't know, commit any events, very warm, very efficient. So your wishes to the doulas in Russia, in Ukraine, in Kazakhstan, and Belarus, and so on. Just from doula to doulas, please.
Well, I'm going to send you strength and love, because you need a lot of strength to do what you're doing at the moment, and will be in your countries, but I think throughout the world. Women are faced at the moment with a lot of bad treatment, and especially in childbirth. Although the medical profession and the medical side of things are making a lot of progress for helping with intervention, but at the same time, women are more and more dispossessed of their body to give birth. And as a doula, I'll send you, as I say, some strength, energy, and a lot of love to be there next to women, to be able to go through this tremendous change through their life when you become a mother, to make it a powerful experience, so that they can build on that experience, to have happy family construction, if you want. Well, that's my wish, and what I send you. It can be lonely sometimes to be a doula, because you feel sometimes that you're against the whole system and the whole world. And if you can help one woman, it's going to have lots of ripples, ricochet. And that woman helps, and she might be able to help another woman. And you will have helped not only a woman, you will have helped the whole family. Voilà.
Thank you for these golden words. Thank you, dear Valerie. And I wish you to have love in your family, understanding, health. I sincerely wish you prosperity to the Association of Doulas de France, and being united by your philosophy, by your charming femininity. Thank you so much for the interview. God bless you in all your endeavors. Indeed. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.